last game's coming up now. So it is the fourth game, and we're having Robin's list versus Chris Neal. And the reason I chose it is because, damn, is it fluffy. Hello, Mr. Lincoln. I take it you're joining me for the final round.
I am indeed.
Oh, thank goodness.
My nerves.
I got company.
Nerves just fried.
I got company finally. I don't have to hold the whole show together.
I know, that's why I thought I'd try and join you if I could.
Okay, I'm going to close that door.
Just had a game against Chris Wilding, and it got to that point where they were all within a shooting of each other.
Yeah.
If Visage rolled neatly and Lebo completely blanked out, even with Lone Wolf.
Well, look at this. Look at this list.
Yeah, no,
And I have to admit, watching it made me feel absolutely sick to my stomach, because it's like, oh, I tracked a beam onto an asteroid, you can't shoot, and it's like, oh, Jesus, such a what a negative play experience. I really feel for Adam for that one.
Yeah.
Not that Adam made some great choices, mind you. I mean, I think there were better plays that he could have made. He did the best plays he could, and of course, not everyone can't be Paul Heaver. I'm certainly not fantastic at the game of X-Wing.
Well, we all give it a go in our own different ways.
Exactly, we'll give it a go. But yeah, the whole tractor beam, and I've always hated tractor beam for that. I've always felt that it's wrong that you can lose your attack by being tractor beam on an asteroid.
That's why you take large ships. They can't be tractored.
Yeah, but you know how I feel about large ships as well. It's like, well, yeah, but what if I want to take small ships?
Yeah, no, I understand that. I had that in Chris Wilding's list. He had a Sarge Ventress.
With the Shadowcaster title.
With the Shadowcaster title, Lats Razzie pushed them engine upgrade. It was a tough little one. It came really, 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 really close.
I nearly lost my rag in that entire game. I was absolutely fuming in here just watching that list, and it's like, God, it was painful to watch. I get it. I just don't think. I think it's a bit too much that you can get damage from an asteroid and lose your attack, and also have a -1 agility. I think
that just opens the door up for every single list, every single ship to follow on. So Zekka's is obviously going to fire first, hit with a tractor beam. Asajj then going to capitalise on that, and then even the Jakku could have capitalised on that.
Well, the Jakku can also give out a tractor beam token or tractor beam for with space attractor ray for an action. So it can do that in the activation. They have to be in
range band. No, they don't have to be in range. Do they have to be in range band?
Range band 1.
Yeah.
But it's not that hard to get close with that thing.
Especially if things are being moved into a closer range band. But
especially since there are circumstances where that Jakku gunrunner could have been killed if it weren't for bloody asteroids and tractor beams. But yeah.
Yeah, no.
Now this is what I'm looking forward to, and I've chosen this list because it's very fluffy. It's Rey and Poe with some TIE SFs, some First Order TIE Fighters, essentially.
Nice. It seems like The Force Awakens.
It kind of is The Force Awakens. Yeah, it's
apart from they didn't have the SFs then, did they? In the
no, the SFs are the ones that I think chased the Falcon. I think.
Okay. I always thought they were the.
I could be wrong.
Or was the SF what they picked up because you had the rear firing arc?
Yeah, the SF is what Poe and Finn stole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So with it being the SFs, I'm presuming because of that it's Mr. Farndon.
Yes, it is.
he's been playing them quite a lot, and it's a nice little thing. And
well, I was just discussing with people saying how everyone, I mean the collective wisdom of the online forums all said TIE SF, terrible ship, dead upon arrival, not going to work. And
every ship works. It's just how you build it.
TIE Punisher.
Just load the munitions and have fun.
True, yeah.
Like I said, every list has its place. It's how you build it and how you fly it. We actually had this discussion on Friday, didn't we? Where we said it doesn't matter if somebody turns up with, the meta list if they don't know how to fly it.
There is definitely pilot considerations involved.
And it's one of those things to be considered. If you have a really, really strong list but don't know how to fly it, or you build a list and don't know how to fly it, or somebody knows how to fly better with their list than you do, you're really up against it from the get-go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting sort of like concept to think about, but I can understand the tractor array stuff. That's just like a whole like get in range. And
it's difficult because I think it's perfectly viable. It should be allowable, but at the same time, I look at it as like it's also so obnoxious. I'd absolutely feel terrible after that game. It's like, well, what's the point? It's like, what's the point if I'm never going to get a chance to bloody attack?
Yeah. But like in the game that Adam had before this, he ended up with a final salvo and rolled 10 dice and won the game on a final salvo.
That's what I was hoping. I was hoping for one of those matches, not the match we got. I kind of regret having that match last now, but
you should have had my game against Chris Wilding.
Very good.
They were literally, there was a situation where Asajj could have killed Lebo if Lebo rolled poorly. Lebo had 3 damage. Asajj was obviously firing with 3 or 4 attack dice.
See, those are the games that I love. The ones that come down to that last dice roll. Yeah.
And the situation was, Lebo took a critical or took a damage when it was trying to evade.
This is very curious. I've only just noticed Chris doesn't have the Falcon title on.
Because he can't. He's not got any points.
He's not got any points. So that's curious.
So it's an unslooping ray.
It's an unslooping ray, which I guess the K turn can help you there, but yeah. I suppose
I can see why as well.
I suppose if you don't have the sloop, you don't need Kane and Jarrus. So then you can have 3PO instead.
But still, you need to turn around. So what, you're going to turn around on a K turn and not have any focus modifications?
Hey, it's better than nothing. You get rerolls at least.
True.
Please tell me it's black. Yeah, he's flying at the actual everything as well.
Yeah.
Good.
He's not got the black 1 title on Poe.
Well, no, but I mean like the actual black X-wing.
Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Sorry, when I was playing Chris Wilding, he had Asajj on 1 hull, definitely within Lebo attack range.
Yeah.
A TLT Y-wing at PS2, within 2 damage of blowing up. Okay, yet again, within Lebo's 4 dice HLC range. And also, Lebo had 3 hull left.
Yeah.
When Lebo ended up taking an extra hit, I would have loved to try to get Asajj off the board, but at the same time, I could have died off the TLT, so I had to get rid of the TLT.
Yeah.
And then I could have barrel rolled and potentially I moved, had a console fire, so I elected not to barrel roll. I elected to turn it face down. From the manoeuvres that he actually ended up doing, if I'd have barrel rolled, I would have blocked. 1 damage left, anti-pursuit laser. What we did is at the end, obviously Lebo died with a 4 dice against 2.
Yeah.
But we went with what would have happened if the manoeuvre had happened. Rolled an attack dice.
Shut up, Hedge. Turrets are fine. They're not exactly easy mode. It gives you a safety net, but there's still some challenge to it, especially with Rey. Rey requires you to get arc.
And with Lebo, it requires you to keep out of range band 1.
Yeah.
It still requires that kind of flying to predict your manoeuvres to get out of that bubble. If I was stuck in that bubble every time, I would not get any shots. Yeah,
that I do agree there that there is skill in that. So.
It was also lucky. It's also lucky that I was able to keep out the way of the TLTs. I wish I had a shot on the TLTs earlier, though.
Yeah.
When Asajj was encroaching, because I would have then taken Asajj on 1-on-1. But I tried to get another bump, which actually worked, but the attack dice didn't go my way. But yeah, it was literally at that point where if Lebo survived, I would have had 26 points left on the table. I got my maths wrong, believe it or not.
You got your maths wrong?
Exactly. Asajj Ventress, his bill was 49 points. Half points rounded down is 24. So I would have won by 2 points. I would have won 1 point against the TLT.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, like I said, it was really, 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 really close.
Sorry about that, guys.
You know, I love games like that. I said to you, I don't mind games where it's so close.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'd love to come out on the right side of them, but at the same time, if I don't, yeah, with a game that was as close as that was, we both said that could have gone either way. That could have gone either way, and it would have been one of us who would have been like, you know, head held high, just pulling the job off, and one of us sort of head in hands going, "You have to be kidding me," sort of kind of thing. But you know, it was a close game, a really, really close game, and like I said, I'm not gonna complain about the game that I had. Like we said during the lunch break, this is a list that I'm taking to Europeans, and I need to play games like that.
Yeah, of course.
Would I have done anything any differently? I don't know.
What do you take away from your game, at least? That's the important thing. At least if you take something away from your game and learn from it.
I'm going to say, with my Lebo build, the way it is, as I always said, Lebo was the last thing left. Lebo nearly got the job done.
Yeah, but what did you learn from how you flew the list? Did you learn anything new? Did you learn what not to do, what to do, you know?
Make sure range band 3 of Visage at all costs. Because of the her ability, and also...
That's Razzie.
Not necessarily that's Razzie, but I mean in terms of like the Shadowcaster title.
Oh, the title, yeah.
So, I know you're at range 2, I'll move my arc, and then I'll still do an action.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, and the engine upgrade, I could have been trying to aim for just range 3 and boost it into 2, and it's just like, yeah. But it's one of those like really, really close fought things. There was a couple of times where it was, 1 or 2 attack dice in it. For it being one less, if I'd got a punch through with Kanan, an extra attack through on Kanan, another hit through on Kanan, that would have been all the difference. Yeah. Tough games are tough games, and I love games like that. It makes you think really hard about how you fly. Could you have done anything to have stopped it going the other way or not? But here comes the first movement. It's coming from. Yes, it is, because it's so it's
Poe.
What's Robin's list? So it's Omega. So Omega should have moved first.
Omega has moved first. I think it moved about 2 forward.
Oh, okay.
I think.
So Poe's going around the outside of the board. Fair enough. What were we actually saying about this list earlier? Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't this one. But Com Relay Duke Omega Leader is just so awesome.
It's such an efficient ship.
It just turns one of those evades down to a focus, and you can't even spend a focus to modify it back up.
Yeah, it's a really powerful ship. That particular build of that ship is good.
It's a very much sort of like staple kind of.
Yeah, everyone uses
kind
it.
Of build.
Everyone uses it. If you've got a spare few points, just shove Omega Leader with Duke and Comms Relay in there.
Yeah, but if you've got like 2 or 3 ships all closely engaging, it's like, well, okay, I'm not going to shoot a Omega Leader with that ship that you've target locked. I'm going to shoot the other ones, because at least I get modifications on those 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then effectively you've wasted an action trying to lock a ship that is not going to shoot.
Yeah. I was very tempted today, after finding out that I couldn't get a commentator for today. I was very tempted to not do a stream, and if that was the case, my plan was to enter the tournament itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to know what my list would be?
Does it feature an A-Wing?
No.
No. Any little hints in terms of faction?
You've seen it played before.
Oh, the one that you've been playing for weeks on weeks on weeks. Your Cassian Biggs Corran.
Just in morbid curiosity to see how good it is in a tournament environment. Out of just morbid curiosity more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'd finally say, right, time to pack it away and never use it again.
But,
very proud of that build.
You've got an extra in Ventron.
Ventron.
Ventron instincts.
Veterab. Veteran.
Well,
Can you tell I'm tired?
No! You're doing a really good job.
Thank you.
So which cross-faction cards are we talking about here, PJ? I'm trying to work it out myself. I'm being a bit
yeah,
slow.
what are you referring to when you say the cross-faction cards?
But yeah, like I've said many times before, Elliot, if you want for... Obviously, you're going to be doing commentary on the store champs.
Yeah, we got Hedge coming in, who's in the chat right now. Hedge coming in for that one.
Be the three of us, actually.
3 of us.
Awesome. Because if you remember, I said I'd do it, and then Hedge said he would do it as well. So.
Awesome. It's the triumvirate return.
The triumphant return. Is that what we're going to be known as for the whole day?
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Elliot's obviously just doing this live just to put all the ships.
Yeah. I'm currently doing it live because I forgot to switch over to the offline version. But oh well, at least you guys you get a bit behind the scenes of how we do it.
You get to see how Elliot works.
And all the work I got to do.
Yeah.
Which is a lot more than it seems. But
there
we go. Everything's all up to date.
Cool. So Ray's sort of going a bit round on the march. I think I can see probably Ray doing a hard manoeuvre at some point just to get the arc engaged, because obviously there's no sloop title.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Lone Wolf on Poe works. It means they have to keep at a distance, and I don't know. I think with Falcon, it's very much a slugger once they get up close and personal with things.
Well, yeah, the Falcon will.
Yeah.
Potentially that means if Chris was going to bring Ray in this turn on a hard manoeuvre. And here we go. Is that one bank or is it one hard? It's definitely a one manoeuvre. One bank. Okay. Poe could quite easily be outside of range round 3 with the repositioning possibilities of BB-8. Oh, no, it's R5P9. Sorry, my apologies. Could quite easily boost even on a talent roll because of pattern analyzer.
That's true. All right. Now the question is, which one's backdraft, which one's quick draw? I'm going to go and find out because
we'll find out.
They're both part of skill 9, so I'm going to go and actually ask.
Cool. So while Elliot's going out doing that, I'll try and take you through round by round commentary here. So you've got Ray looking like she wants to try and come round. I think with no sloop title, it's going to be a bit more difficult to keep those ties in arc. Because obviously Ray's ability works around being able to re-roll 2 blank results on both attacks and defense if the attack or if she's attacking or defending against the ship inside her firing arc. Poe gets a nice little focus conversion as long as he's got one, which works quite nicely with R5P9.
Backdraft is in front.
Okay.
Which makes sense because he's going to be the one that flies by and shoots out the rear. So it makes complete sense. Now, at least this isn't going to be that jousting fest that we had during the Wojtek Invitational.
I was going to say I didn't actually see that game in particular. Is this the one with John Easter's list?
Yeah. Well, that was a slug fest, if ever there was one. It was, we're going to joust, and whoever wins, wins. Pretty much that's what it was.
Oh, dear.
It didn't end well, which, yeah, it's one of those matches where you think you know the outcome when you look at the start and you look at the lists. Then you actually watch it and realise, okay, I was completely wrong.
It's always that thing. It's with a game all based around luck. If the luck's not there for you, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If your luck's not there, you're always on a downhill slope. Unfortunately. When I played Wojtek in the Invitational, which was round 2 actually.
Yeah. Hedge has got a great point here. Good positioning for Chris in terms of both Poe and Ray. Omega Leader's going to struggle to get a target lock now. So, right.
That's also because of the PS 9 and 10. Omega Leader has to get there.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, even if he would have go forward 5, I doubt he'd be in range of the Falcon.
Oh, I doubt that completely. With with Omega Leader being at the back.
Also, damn, can Poe Dameron move fast? You know, because look, he's starting in the corner and he's already halfway at the board and
that's not with
closing
BBA.
in. Yeah,
With BBA, that would be like I barrel roll a little bit forwards and then do my green maneuver.
Yeah.
And then I do the same again, you know, and with a boost as well.
I mean, this is I love Robin's list. It's very out of the box. No one thought it was good, the poor SF, and he finds a way to make both the named pilots extremely powerful and very viable. And this is, I think, table 2.
Yeah, table 1, I believe, if that's the case, I believe is Tim Clark. He hasn't lost a game yet.
Really? Tim's not lost a game?
No.
And
as far as I'm aware.
What is Tim flying?
He's playing with
Nora Wexley, R2D2, Push the Limit, Tail Gunner, Alliance Overhaul, Vector Thrusters, Braylon Stram, R3A2, Gunner, Alliance Overhaul, Vector Thrusters, and Big Star Collider with R4D6, Integrated Astromech.
Yeah, it's a very, very solid list. Very solid.
I think I might have something we should give it a run for its money, though.
Just, you know, playing a Bigs against a Bigs.
Well, yeah. I got my own Bigs build, which can nix that. Say hello to Corin Horn.
Double tap him off the board.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
So obviously using their phone hit to check the dial on the SF. That's an interesting way of doing it.
Well, I guess if the dial's already down, you don't want to exactly pick it up and show your opponent, do you? So,
well, I had that situation with Chris Wilding. I said to him, you know what you're
and
doing.
Dials in open information. Anyone can have access to the dial.
Yeah. I asked Chris, are you happy with what you're doing with this dial?
Yeah.
He went, yes. I said, can you rotate it to any other maneuver, and I will then have a look at it. He was stressed and knocked in a 5k turn. And I think it might have been inadvertently. Just like, you realise you put this on a 5k turn and you can't do that because you're stressed, you know. But then I was just like, okay, I need to work out what I was doing because I was being a bit defensive and work out where I wanted to be. But yeah.
Here comes a Mega Leader. Now, is Robin going slow or is he going fast? He's going quick.
He's going quick on a bank.
It's a 3 bank, but he's not going to get a range and target lock. But Ray and Poe can get in range to then get a target lock. Not that they would want to, but they could.
Already got the evade, so could just do a focus anyway and be tokened up.
Yeah, but the thing is, you need a Mega Leader's target lock to make him effective, because if they can shoot you before you're target locked, then they can potentially remove Mega Leader from the board.
Well, potentially this is the thing, though. Because of the way Poe's ability works, you don't really want to spend that focus token.
An unusual maneuver there. Wasn't not expecting that.
No.
Maybe he's doing... no, he can't be doing a boost or something unless... He's not got advanced sensors or anything?
No.
You can't take those on a...
On a TIE fighter?
TIE fighter?
TIE fighter?
TIE fighter?
On a T-70.
It's a strange looking TIE fighter.
On a T-70. It is painted black, so I'll have that to my defence, but... hard manoeuvre, maybe?
Next turn, yeah, but now Omega Lee's in range, and now he's out of arc. I think that was maybe a mistake. Maybe the dial moved to a bank when he wanted to do a straight. Who knows? But that's a very odd manoeuvre. He didn't even have an asteroid to worry about. He could have easily went forward and not have to worry about it too much.
Yeah, because positioning would have come down the board just a little bit further. This turn is really interesting now. I really don't know.
Yeah,
I really don't know if Chris has offered Poe on a plate here.
And there goes Backdraft.
The target lock obviously stands.
Yep. And of course, we all know what those things are armed with, those SFs.
They're armed with missiles.
Homing missiles on board.
Can't spend evades.
Not that matters.
No, because neither of them have a...
Oh dear! And the homing missile has range on Poe Dameron. Both of them have range on Poe Dameron.
Because you have to spend the target lock to fire the missiles, correct?
No, I think you just need to have the missiles. Let me double check that. Cards, homing missiles, because, attack target lock. Yep, you don't need to discard the target lock, so you can spend the target lock to reroll.
Oh.
So he gets a reroll on those as well. Plus he's got guidance chips as well for added quality. So yes, he doesn't have a focus, but he doesn't need one really.
And also, if that's 4 hits against 4 hits, you know, and you can't spend on them, and you spend a focus to try and evade one of them, it's just like, ugh, this could be nasty. We'll see. I think with where Ray is set up though, because it's got an engine upgrade. Of course it has. There you go. This makes it interesting. Now, what do you shoot first? Could
thing
so
is,
if Robin, if
personally, you can't kill quick draw or backdraft off the get go, but you can kill a mega leader, and a mega leader hasn't got target lock on anyone.
He's going for quick draw.
Yeah, because it's in arc and it gets reroll and range 1. Yeah, makes sense.
The only thing I have with quick draw though, could you fire the homing missiles off this defense against Poe Dameron here?
No, that's 3 hits on to quick draw though. And
so that's 2.
It's 2.
Backdraft.
Quick draw takes 2.
Takes 2, and because of quick draw's ability,
he gets an attack. Unless he's out of arc. But I think they've already measured the arc there. And the problem with that
must be because the target lock's already there.
Yeah.
Can Robin fire these missiles here?
He can. They already measured it because it got a target lock, so what's the point? Rolling.
This could hurt Poe. Oh, that's what you wanted to see, Robin. He's spending his target lock here.
I think they've decided. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, there you go. That's 3 hits though.
Actually, I don't think he's... No, he's not firing the home missiles. It's his primary.
Oh, he gets the fire control target lock anyway.
Yeah. And I think that's Poe evading it, because Poe Dameron's ability triggers, and meaning he turns on his... and crack shot, cancelling 1. It's back and forth with this one.
Oh, it is indeed.
So it's a shield, 2 shields removed from Poe Dameron.
So here comes the shot from... Because obviously there's no shot here from Poe, because no arc. So this is another shot from quick draw.
I think that is quick draw. Homing missile!
Here we go. It's weird seeing quick draw with fire control rather than electronic baffle.
4 hits, guidance chips. Ouch! Ouch! And Poe Dameron's going to die if he rolls nothing.
Well, we can't see either of those 2 dice. That's a blank.
That's blank. That's an evade. He lived. Spending...
Lone Wolf. He should roll it.
Yeah, he should roll it. Doesn't turn it up. Auto thrusters. I think, is he auto thrusters?
Outside range 3, yeah.
Yeah,
outside,
he does.
Yeah.
Auto thrusters. Change the bank to an evade. So he gets 2 shield, last shield, and a damage.
So here comes... I wouldn't be surprised to see the other set of homings here. Here we go.
The other set of homings to finish off Poe Dameron.
This should be bye-bye Poe, but remember, he does have integrate... No, he doesn't have one integrated astral.
Oh, that's bye-bye Poe. That's certainly bye-bye Poe. 2 crits, another crit, and for good measure, a hit.
2 guidance chips again.
2 guidance chips again. Ouch.
If I was... Personally, this is always what I say. If I was Chris, I would not have... Auto thrust is auto thrust is a may trigger, or is it a must trigger?
I think it's a may. When you may change.
I wouldn't have done it because you draw extra cards through. That is always.
See, there's always an argument about that. Though.
I know me and Hedge always have this argument about it, but it's you draw extra overspill cards. I know it's a deck that's always
fixed.
Well, you've got a number of cards in the deck, but if you're removing more cards than you need to, I can't see a reason why it's not a good thing, personally.
I think that's a fallacy, though, because it's a bit like the what's it called? Because his argument, Hedge, is that he's cycling through the deck, which you technically then, you might remove more direct hits. However, at the same time, you could create a more higher concentration of direct hits.
So, yeah, it is a...
Not an argument, a vigorous discussion.
I think it's because I said about you draw extra cards over the top of what you need to. And I was making the same viewpoint. It was like, well, no, because the deck is random. Yes, the deck is random, but at the same time, taking more cards than you need to, you know, yeah. Anyway, moving on. So Ray is untouched at this point. Ray got a couple of...
Well, I think that's pretty academic at this point, because those SFs could rip right through Ray. Then again, they're quite
They
squidgy.
haven't got the homing missiles.
And they're quite squidgy. Yeah, so actually, it still is anyone's game to play. However, Neal has to really punch damage through on someone. And unfortunately, Omega Leader's going to get a nice target lock on Ray. Probably going to sloop... Would you sloop right with most of your ships?
I can't see a reason why not. I know you'd be stressed, but you have arc.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Quick. If Chris's shot is going to try and hit quick draw, and quick draw loses the shield.
Yeah.
Does get to shoot, but then gets a target lock. After that, to then put a nice little second attack in.
Just to go back on it quickly, Hedge. The argument that Dave is making is that if you can choose not to activate the auto thrusters
It's a May trigger.
Yeah, if you're going to get destroyed anyway, the argument is, which he's making, that if you let all the damage cards through, theoretically you could be letting through direct hits that are no longer in the deck, thus removing cards you don't want to receive as crits from the deck, theoretically.
It's like when I played Lebo, I did that deliberately to make sure that that I was going to overspill and die and take extra cards, and they were all going to be face up because of major hull breach.
Yeah, in theory.
In theory,
it's possible.
yes.
Yeah, in theory. That's the argument Dave is making. That's why, if you're going to die, what's the point in triggering auto thrusters?
So I think this is a good call here from Robin, actually. Target locking from Omega Leader.
One hard turn away, not sure.
Well, because you can K-turn next turn.
I agree with you, Hedge, but yeah, David is actually a mathematician. So.
I try, wanna be.
Yeah, I mean, you work for the council. Actually, you work for the council. You can't be that good.
I was waiting for that. You saw my eyes going, thank you, Elliot.
Sorry, I had to take the opening.
Sorry, do you want some help on Wednesday? That's a joke, of course, I'll be here. There comes a sloop, though, from, believe Quick Draw.
And Backdraft not turning his front arc because, of course, he gets a crit in the rear anyway.
Exactly.
So makes sense. Make use of his ability. Not sure about Omega Leader, though.
Ooh, if Ray has... Or if Ray is doing a 4K...
Exactly, Heads. That's my argument as well. But yeah. He has a 4K. Although I don't think he has quick drawing arc. He could do, but if
I think Ray's arc looks good. Ray's arc looks good to me.
No, it looks bad to me. It looks like it's bad. Oh, I know, Hedge. I'm just saying.
Sorry. My eyes are going funny after my long game against Mr. Wilding.
Yeah. I agree, Hedge, because you don't know. It doesn't change very much. Even though there's the possibility, the fact that you don't know doesn't change any. It doesn't impact the maths at all.
But on the other hand, that is 2 hits out the block.
That's not bad.
And a blank out.
Oh, ouch. So there's a shield and a damage card to quick draw. So quick draw
gets to fire at this point now, though, because he's lost his last shield. Having a guess at he when I say that.
Yeah. Don't worry, Hedge. You and David can solve this dispute on Store Championship Day in the booth.
So 2 hits. So C-3PO going for 0.
Yeah, I would have thought it'd go for 0.
Nice little sign there to make it 100% clear.
And he gets nothing, so he gets 1.
Yeah.
I didn't consider that. The fact that because Finn's giving you an extra 1 as well, potentially in the future, if they're in arc, of course, you could actually end up with a lot more evades.
Potentially, you could get really janky and end up with 3 evades.
Yeah, because he adds a blank, so you could always guess
4.
Yeah.
Well, you have 1 base, 1 for Finn,
1 for asteroid,
1 for range. Ah, so potentially 5 if you'd be really bold and call 4 of 8. I don't see any condition where you would call 4
No,
of 8.
I would always
But,
call 0. But, quick draw.
I think I know where I would be wanting to put
Hit, crit.
put Ray this turn though. So
And evade.
So this is obviously from
Backdraft.
Backdraft. Yep.
And the Falcon takes another couple of hits. And a blinded pilot.
Can't shoot.
Ouch. Is that the old damage deck? No, it's the new one. It must be because Neal's using the new cards. Is he? Don't know. Is he maybe? No, he is
No,
using
it's yellow.
It is the old deck. That's very interesting.
We always say with the damage deck, if you're playing generics, you don't care about which damage deck you use. The older one is better for generics. This one, or the newer one, is better for these kind of situations because of the EPT and
Worse, you mean?
ability. Yeah, in the old deck, where
Yeah.
it's not in this deck. There's still blinded pilot in the old deck, so this could have happened anyway.
Well, that is the old deck that he's using.
Well, I mean, if he was using the new deck, he could have still drawn that card.
That's
out of the
true.
deck.
Yeah,
So it's not,
they
the
both
card that's not
exist.
there,
Yeah.
I think if I was Chris here, I'd want to just do a 1 focus, 1 bank right, get the stress removed. But
It's also worth noting that in one round of combat, Chris has broke the Falcon down to just over half its health.
wow,
Yeah. And that's without Omega Leader firing.
so Omega turns round, do a 1 bank with Ray, trying to get a shot on quick draw.
Chris might try and block quick draw.
But remember, it still gets to fire first.
Yeah.
So if it's not blocked, quick draw could go down before any firing.
Ray can't block quick draw because Ray moves last. So quick draw can probably quick draw is probably going to try and block Ray then. So then quick draw doesn't get an attack
On a bank of some kind, on straight.
Yeah,
one bank is fine for Chris here. Yeah, again, even a 1 straight.
But if he's done a 2 turn or a 3 bank or a 2 bank, then he could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Which, if Robin is forcing a bump, that's good. It costs Chris's actions, while also allowing that quick draw survives, while Backdraft can lay damage down along with the Mega Leader.
Yeah, I kind of really think for Chris that he has to go for...
Go for points on quick draw, if possible.
Kill quick draw, then go for a Mega Leader.
Oh, you called it, the 1 bank, but that's very close. It should fit, though. Actually, no, it's not. That is actually going to be a bump.
No, it's not. That looks fine. Or is he now moving it?
They're nudging it across. And it is a bump.
Oh, just.
It's a bump.
Skin of the teeth.
So Quick Draw is not going to get attacked this round, meaning he survives, potentially this round. And we're going to see Backdraft get a long-range 3 shot with its rear firing arc. And then a Mega Leader.
So... the TISF has a 3k turn, correct?
The TISF has no K-turns. It has a
sloops.
3 sloop in both directions.
I think a sloop from quick draw though,
Yes,
because it'll be defending against its rear firing arc. Unless, well, there's no way that Ray could. Well, with a title could probably sloop there, but with no title can't sloop.
Oh, nothing. Blinded pilot. I was about to say, why is he rolling? Yeah,
I forgot about the blinded pilot until they said about it.
This is why you need the critical hit tokens, which no one ever uses except for me, and makes me sad.
Well, Chris Walding eventually used it against us in our game because
critical hit focus result. Robin focused that up for 2 hits and a crit. Ray says, "Ouch." Okay, he has 1, and in firing arcs, the Finn gives him another blank, but he also has C3PO. And he's got range 3, which also involves an extra defense dice as well. So the odds and probability starts to come into play here.
I would go 1.
0.
Going 0. Okay.
He knows
so who is this shot? Is it coming from a Mega Leader? Is that why he's not getting anything?
No, because it's got to be quite right draft. Okay, yeah. So he's interesting.
Oh, because he rolls the. So why no 3rd dice?
Yeah, because range 3.
I think they should go back and rewritten that though, because if he was rolling 2 dice, I know they ended up with 2 focuses.
Damage cockpit 0. Ray's moving first. That's exactly what you don't want. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Let me quickly roll this back and then switch Ray for a Particle Zero version.
Ray at PS 0 is moving first, shooting last. Could be dead with no more shots. Which is sad.
Yeah, 0, 1, and a focus result, so another hit onto the Falcon. Death by 1,000 cuts going on right here.
Well, even if it had been an evade, if that shot was from a Mega Leader, that would have been duped.
Yeah, exactly. Masterful piloting here by Robin to catch the Falcon and keep everything else at arm's length.
Robin has a real good knack with this list.
Oh, he's amazing with this list.
I saw something I played against something similar with this when he brought the 2 SFs and Duchess.
Yeah, it's actually quite scary how good he is with this list, but yeah, I get it.
Because was that his Wave 10 list?
I believe that was, yes.
That ironically I faced twice in a week, and yeah, my results didn't change from game 1 to the second one. But it was crazy. Really crazy. Would you change a Mega Leader for Duchess here? I think in this situation, it's fine.
Because don't forget that the cheapness of Mega Leader is what's giving the...
Duchess is cheap?
Yeah, but the I don't think she's quite a Mega Leader cheap.
Oh, she is 26 points cheap.
21, 26 points, funny enough, but dot on the nose.
Because if you remember, I did play against Max Bull.
But is she Duchess alone? Or
Duchess, VI Duchess with adaptive ailerons, I think lightweight frame.
Let's build it right here. So, TIE Striker, Duchess, adaptive ailerons.
Adaptive ailerons is the title.
That's true, I'm looking for modifications.
So
but lightweight frame, yeah. 2.
Lightweight frame, VI, and title.
VI and title.
Because you normally go VI to get to 10.
Yeah, I know. It's actually 26 points. However, I still think a Mega Leader is better because it affects... It's dice modification that cancels it all out. Plus, also, the SF has an arguably better dial than Duchess does.
Yeah.
And it can fly.
And Duchess, if you remember, gets the adaptive aileron switch, so she can decide to do her one maneuver first or not.
Well, yeah, but I still think that, especially since base Mega Leader's 3 agility, whereas Duchess is 2. Plus, they can modify attacks at Duchess, whereas the whole thing about Mega Leader is you can't modify attacks. Full stop. That's where I think the difference is. It's the shenanigans that accompany a Mega Leader rather than the fact that yes, Duchess is 2 particle higher and has an extra attack dice, but she sacrifices a defense dice and a target lock as well, which is kind of integral for the ability of Mega Leader.
Yeah, I think this is where Robin is just setting up for the final assault here.
Pretty much, yes.
I think unfortunately Ray is not going to dodge this one.
No, although it's very impressive to see such ships spread out.
So that's range. Is that range 2 or range 3? We'll find out by the number of dice that is going to be rolled here. That is 3 dice, but that is the normal thing anyway because the SF has the title.
We roll with the fire control system, 2 hits.
And it gets it back. 2 dice, so it must be at range 3.
And a damage card. What do you think, Hedge? Duchess or a Mega Leader?
Range 3 shot here from a Mega Leader cannot be done, and it will be juking one down, and no modifications. So
what does the chat think in general?
A
Mega Leader
so
or Duchess?
Nothing going through here.
Okay.
Sorry, there is stuff going through here. There's no defense here.
Right.
I think that's 2.
Okay. Just a curiosity. What's your reasoning? That's true. You are a very maneuver-focused player, so I do agree with you there. Whereas I'm more shenanigans, so I'd go for a Mega Leader. But that's just
Here comes a return fire from.
Then again, a Mega Leader is very meta, so maybe not.
Oh, that's bounced. That attack is bounced as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not bounced.
It's okay. All right. So we have points being given to Chris for something, and that's
third quick draw. But I think this is just
I think it's. Yeah.
I think this is consolation points.
Pretty much, yes. which that's 61 onto Robin's side. Bear in mind he had a 2-point initiative bid.
He can afford to potentially way this has gone. Ray is about 60 odd points.
Oh, ED Aramis. What about Pierce the Back with names ASFs? Not a bad idea. Pierce the Back. Yeah. Treatment parts. Yeah, I can see that actually.
I think this has actually made an interesting debate. I think it is like 2v2 on this whole Omega Leader Duchess debate. So yeah, I think I do think this is the beginning of the end.
Oh yeah, there's no way you can get back from this one.
Duchess. Oh, sorry, not Duchess. Omega Leader is on the offensive right now. So Ray is 58, so half that is 29.
29.
Plus 42 from Poe Dameron. 71.
71.
71 points gone, so yeah, 29 left.
Oh yeah.
So could even afford to lose Omega Leader and still be fine.
Yeah, that's the big joke, really.
Unfortunately, I think this is the beginning of the end.
Well, it was a valiant effort nonetheless, at least.
But it was interesting to see Ray with no with no sloop title.
Oh, that's a good point. Hedge makes a point. Omega Lead with turrets. Omega Lead works with
Omega Leader's on the rock.
Doesn't matter, he still gets to fire.
We'll receive a stress though, and we'll roll for damage, or should be.
Yeah, he did receive the stress. Focus, nothing.
I think that's fine. So where is? Okay, that's too hard. There is shots going to be going on here. I think Ray might be able to survive the Omega Leader shot.
Yeah.
Because if she rolls many evades, you can only juke one of them.
Yeah, well, it's range 3, which also actually I think this doesn't help C-3PO. So actually I think it's what Robin wants, ideally.
So this is from...
Omega Lead. That's quick draw?
If it was quick draw, why is he only rolling 2 dice? Because it's front arc.
Maybe quick draw's out of range, and so it's Omega Leader.
Okay. So there's only 1 here, so C-3PO for naught. For 1?
Oh.
Why 1?
Why 1? Do you need 2?
Got 2 there by the looks of things, or at the very least 1. Yeah. Would have Finn in arc though, so...
True.
I would have gone for naught. But it's because you would have then added so much if it had gone, I suppose. Go for naught, get 1. If that's all he sees, then it gets juked. If he goes 1 and he gets the second one, you can only juke one of them. I think that's what Chris's thinking was there.
Maybe.
Can't modify.
That's a good point, actually, with the juke. Yes, you're right.
Hang on a minute. Can't modify defense dice, so can't do any re-rolls here.
Adding is not... Yeah, but re-rolls don't count.
Exactly. So...
Mega Leader, there we go. Mega Leader.
Well, Mega Leader's going to snuffle this with the evade anyway. That's fine. There's 3 evades on that, I think.
Yeah. He's fine.
If I was Robin here, I would just try and remove the stress. Is it a 2 straight for both of them is green?
Yes, because all of the 2 straights on the SF...
Ties.
The tie SF is green, at least.
Yeah.
I believe the
original tie...
tie SF... Where is it? Tie SF Special Forces tie. There we go. The 2 straights.
Could even do a 1 straight.
You could do a 1 straight or 1 bank. Whereas,
it's really weird having a TIE fighter.
Whereas Omega Leader would have to do a 2 straight because it's the slowest straight maneuver that it could do.
Yeah, that's a weird having a TIE fighter that actually has a 1 straight available to it. Or actually, 1 banks for it as well.
Now, here's the thing. Will he boost? Yes, he's boosting.
I think he has to.
I think he's hoping to block Backdraft, actually. Which, if Robin's been sly and done a 2-turn, which I'd be fascinated if he has.
I think he probably would do, because I think his rear arc is better for for backdraft.
And unfortunately, here comes the Mega Leader, which is not going to get an attack this round and is now at range 1 of the Falcon, binds a but out of arc, I'll point out. So no Ray rerolls there, and token stacked versus a Plonk. Oh, maybe Mega Leader's going to be the only viable target. That's not going to work, guys, because, yeah, TIE Fighter, yeah, that's the way to do it.
I can see what Chris has done here, but you have that situation where the one bank boost, if he didn't do it, it would block Omega.
Omega doesn't have a shot whatsoever. This is Chris's time to do something.
There's no
modifications.
So this is going to be yet again nerfed by the evade, and he's already won there.
Yeah. It was a worthy, valiant effort, but we all knew what it was going to result in.
Yeah, if it was me, I would want to block with... I would have tried to make sure the block on the Mega Leader stays.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill... you wouldn't necessarily kill Backdraft in one turn, that is a problem.
You can't kill Backdraft
I would do
and
a
also,
focus.
It's worse now, because the Falcon's heading in...
Behind.
Forward. Into Backdraft's rear arc. So
personally, if it was me, I would have not done the one bank boost because you would have blocked a Mega Leader. You can't modify anything against a Mega Leader. You have your arc shot, you have Finn, you have everything for your defense and attack against quick draw.
But at the same time, he took no shots because he blocked.
That is true, but you've got no punch out, which
but then
this is what I'm meaning. If you manage to kill Backdraft.
But you wouldn't have.
If you kill Backdraft,
okay,
and Omega Leader is the last thing left on the board, because of the points left on Ray,
just run.
Chris would actually end up winning the match because it's 26 points for the Omega Leader. Points destroyed though because Robin had a 2-point initiative bid.
Now, if I know Robin, he's done.
That'd be 28. So
if I know Robin, he's either done one forward or he's done one back to the right.
I think bank right.
No,
it covers a lot.
I think he's going to do one forward to keep his arc covered in the rear. Oh, he's boosting, so maybe actually a one bank would not be a bad idea.
Ironically, a 2 hard wouldn't be a bad move from where he's ended up, because his rear arc will definitely be on Ray then.
A one bank would do it, and it might. Oh no, it would intersect with the debris field, but at least you'd have something. And a sloop there from Omega Leader, bringing him back into a firing line, so he can then sweep back in and deal some more damage to the Falcon.
Yep. Yeah, even if he doesn't get much going on this turn, if there is anything.
Have you enjoyed today?
Yeah, I say it's been tough.
That's a bold move. Wasn't expecting that one. And it's out of arc, but Robin's soon going to change that.
Yeah, barrel roll as far. I would say barrel roll as far forward as you can, Robin.
That's because with this, he's actually avoided the debris field.
Yes, that is true because of where the arc line goes. Yeah,
very intelligent maneuver.
I think this proves when you play a lot with a list,
you get to know it.
You get to know its quirks.
You get a feel of the list.
Range 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, Quick Draw gets a crit. Backdraft gets a crit out of a rear arc. Target lock reroll. Is that 2 hits and a crit? Nothing. C3P I think was called for 1.
Yeah.
Because I think he had to there. Maybe we got our damage here a bit wrong, but still Robin had a lot of punch and a lot of time left anyway.
Plenty of time to kill all the ships remaining.
Yeah, it wasn't going to take too long to finish this off.
No, it's a very powerful list. His list, I really like his list.
Yeah,
makes me wish I could play it without actually stealing it, because it's such a good idea.
Yeah,
but I don't want to kind of do that because I think it'd be disrespectful to him.
I think it's one of those things. I personally have no issue with people sort of copying my lists.
I just think it's a respectful thing.
Yeah. But it's also like if they end up flying it better than you and you have a head-to-head against it, then it makes you feel a little bit like you've copied.
But that's a pride thing.
Yeah,
that's all down to pride.
Yeah. I've had a good day. I'd say it's been tough.
Yeah, I have to say, I'll be honest, running this alone has been tough.
Hey, we both had a tough day in 2 different regards then.
Yeah, so. I'm pretty much going to decided that I'm never going to run it with just me again. There are two.
If I wasn't practicing for Europeans, I would have happily said I'm happy to not play, and I'll happily join you in here. I would have.
Head, swap on Megalitha for Duchess, then it's your variety. He's like, yeah, but and,
but then Robin has already done that.
Yeah,
so
yeah, Robin's already done that, and plus, like I say, it's more of an I probably wouldn't have backdraft and quick draw. I probably have quick draw, but then I guess it removes the effectiveness of the list. But
I'd probably go quick draw is quite a few points as well, aren't they? Backdraft is 35. Omega Leader was 26, so 51, 61. 37 points for...
Oh, great, Hedge. You're trying to sell it to me, are you? Also, Duchess is a lot more like an A-wing. He keeps trying to sell it to me. It really does.
But
I don't dispute that. I like the SF,
I like Duchess. I like the Striker as well. Because with the lightweight frame...
Yeah.
Like, I've played before against Sean Riley with... actually, with the list I played today, with its version 1 variant. Mm-hmm. And I've been shooting with Lebo, for example. And you go, potentially, if behind Asteroid, so 2 dice base with Duchess, 3 dice because of range, you still roll less dice.
Yeah.
4. You then match 4 on 4.
Okay, we've got 23 minutes left on the clock. I don't want to pull them in here for an interview, because we interviewed Robin about his SF build many times. So, but I think it'd be good for us to have a discussion.
Okay.
Typical kind of end game discussion.
Yeah.
While